on, 3.
If it doesn't, we can. I can use the screen sharing.
Yes, you can use the Google slides. Yeah, you don't. Oh, screen share. I don't recommend. Yeah, the screen share. Yeah, you could do that. We could try it with screen share.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see what we've got here. It seems to have worked. Okay. But the only problem is it's a conversion. So
If it doesn't, we can. I can use the screen sharing.
yes, you can use the Google. Okay. Slides. Yeah. You don't. Oh, screen
I'm
share.
not
I
sure
don't
we're getting
recommend.
because
Yeah.
it converted.
That's great. You could do that. If you try
All right.
screen share.
Wonderful.
I'm just looking to see what we have.
It seems to have worked.
Oh, that's the public page. This is the yeah. The fonts are not good, but nothing on this page unless it loads in later. Slide 5, slide 6. It didn't really work. So okay, that's not going to be good. Oh wait, maybe. Hang on a minute. Yeah, oh, it's loading in. How about that?
Oh, that's the public page.
Yes, I think
the fonts are not good.
you could do it here. It's just taking a little time to generate the images. I'm back on 8 now. Yeah, that's 8. Okay. Yeah, it's just taking time to load the data. I'm back on slide 4. I'm waiting for that to load in. I don't know, maybe you're seeing it right away. Can you see the slides?
Yes.
Still waiting.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
still
can
waiting
see them now. Yes.
Okay. I don't know what's happening. Okay, there's slide 4. A whole bunch of pictures just came in. Slide 3. I can see slide 3. That's 2. Page 2 of 12 is your first slide. So up to you if you want to have a really nice looking presentation or one that at least has the text. Okay, so apologies for the slides. To get them to upload, we had to take the PowerPoint and convert it to OpenOffice and upload those. So now then, I'm trying to help people in Chatwing.
Okay, thanks, Ben. It's great. Yeah.
Okay, good. Jeff has just come on and said that the simulcast is streaming, and if you're here in Blackboard, you don't want to go there because it's just streaming what we're doing here, and you'll get dual sound. But if you're in the Chatwing, let me just spend a little time with people there because there's a way they can open the collab file. So let me just spend a little time chatting there.
And if
We have
you're here in Blackboard,
9 more minutes. I'm going to switch off my mic. I'm just wondering if people in Chatwing can hear me because they're in the stream. Can I be heard in the stream as far as anybody knows? If you could send me a message in Chatwing that that's true, then I can explain what I just pasted there. Now, people here might want to talk. If you would like to talk, you're welcome to test your microphone now. Can you hear Vance? Question mark. In the stream. That's my question. Oh, Mbarek can hear me in, he can hear me in Blackboard Collaborate. But the question is there anyone in Chatwing who's listening in the stream? Okay, yes. And Nelly, I got your message. You can hear me. So are you listening in the stream? When you can hear me, I think it means that you can hear me from the stream. Yes. In the room, in the Collaborate room. No, I'm trying. Okay, Adam, good. How are you today? Nice to see you again. We last met in Istanbul. Stream link, yes, we can put that here. But Mbarek, you don't want to go there because that will mess up your audio. But I can give you the stream link. Okay, the stream link is here. So if you click there, you should find an embed that will get you the stream link. Okay, for people here in the, let's see, who else has got a microphone operation? I made 3 microphones available and no one else is using them. Okay. Great, so the stream seems to be working, and Adam can hear me from the stream. Thank you very much. Okay, so now then, if you're having trouble reaching Collaborate, then what you need to do is you find where you downloaded the Collab file, or on some computers it might be called Meeting, but the file that you downloaded when you went to the Learning Times and launched the program, you need to find that file and then right-click on it and say Open With. Select Open With, and then, oh, I just discovered that okay, so let's see, I put a link up earlier. I'm going to find that link. Here it is. Okay, so you need to put, I'm going to put in Chatwing what you open the file with. You open the file with the program you find here. It's C, users. Actually, there should be a slash there. The slashes aren't there. The slashes are not in this. Okay, let me go find it from my actual. I have to go to my users, and I'm not sure why the slashes disappear. I'm seriously multitasking. Okay, the slashes are here. Copy here. Okay, so let me try. Let me see if I paste it here. Do I get slashes? Yes. Okay, that's better. No, it's removing the slashes. Well, that's awful. Okay, I'm pasting slashes in, but it's removing all the slashes. So I'll put that at the live stream page. And I've got 3 minutes to do that, so that should be plenty of time. So I'll put that link at the live stream page, and those instructions. I'm putting I'll put them near the top of the page. I'm putting them there now.
Hi, this is Elizabeth, just trying out the sound, because unfortunately my new microphone and things stopped working. Does this sound okay?
It sounds great.
Yes, it sounds great.
Lovely, I'm going through the webcam. So who's for trying out their sound now? I'll switch off.
Okay, and be sure to use headphones. If you're, I heard a little echo. I'm not sure where it came from. So if you're listening and using a microphone, please use headphones. Okay, so now then, as I promised, I'm trying to find the bottom of this window. Okay, so I'm just saving just now. So here's a solution that I find that always works. If you really want to come into Blackboard, Collaborate, then at the week 1 live link, which I just pasted in chat wing, if you go there, at the top of the file, underneath the in preparation, this is, try to launch your Blackboard Collaborate. It says if you can't open the collab file, then you find it on your computer, right-click on it, select Open With, and try to open it with the launch file you find down this path. So what you do is you paste the path that I pasted in, but this one has the slashes. So if you copy it from the week 1 live file, then you can find the launcher and open with that launcher, and as many times as I've tried it or advised others to, it has worked. So, and once you've done that, then it opens every time. So, meanwhile, I've got top of the hour. And let me start the recording. Shall I start the recording? Are we ready to begin? Then, should I take that as a yes? 4 minutes past the hour. Well, both of my clocks.
Go ahead.
So 6 o'clock. Right, up and down.
Yeah.
The trouble with having 2 watches is you never know what time it is. Okay, anyway, I might as well get started.
Recording started.
Okay, you're fine there? Okay. I'm just starting the recorder. Okay, well, that's good. This is the kickoff session for the EVO 2017 Moderators. This is our first moderator training session on the 16th of October 2016. It also happens to be Learning2gether session 347. So we've done a few of them. My name is Vance Stevens. I'm in Al Ain, United Arab Emirates. We have with us also, behind the scenes, behind that curtain over there, the wizard, Jeff Lebow, who is handling the stream for us. So if you're listening on the stream, you have him to thank for it. And we also have with us our moderator for our EVO sessions,
Fine.
Mbarek Akaddar.
Fine.
He's
Well,
in Morocco,
by
I
the way,
believe. How are you tonight, Mbarek?
by thanking you very much and thanking Jeff Lebow for the great technical work you have so far done to make this session come to life. Well, yeah. At the same
You
time,
don't know the
I'd
half.
like to welcome the new moderators and the old ones, and to say hi to my coordinators, my members of the coordination team, like Nelly, like Elizabeth, and others who are not, let's say, who couldn't attend the meeting. Well, this is the launch or the kickoff of the training for moderators, in which we are going to, let's say, to give you an overview of the sessions, of the objectives of the training, and let's say what are the necessary elements to have in your sessions in order to, let's say, prepare a successful session. If you allow me, I'll start by, let's say, presenting the timeline of the EVO or EVO, Electronic Village Online. And of course, the work started with the call for proposals on the 4th of September, and of course we, let's say, conducted a very, let's say, powerful and great campaign to let the word heard. So we contacted affiliates of TESOL affiliates, ITCL affiliates, and different communities and groups who are potentially interested in Electronic Village Online. So we got 23 proposals, and it was a record. It was great, from different, let's say, interesting subjects to electronic, to English teaching community all over the globe. We discarded or just overlooked 2 proposals because they didn't contain the necessary requirements for proposals. And of course we accepted the others, 21 sessions, 21 proposals, which are going to be, let's say, the proposals or the sessions for Electronic Village Online 2017. Now, the first task, which we have started now, is the moderator training. It is a 4-week training, which will be supervised by this great coordination team, to which I say, by the way, thank you very much for the great work you have so far done to make this possible. Elizabeth Ann has done a great work in getting the wiki ready. Vance, of course, Lily, and Nina, Christine, Jose, Marijana, Ayat, Maria, Natasha, and lots of others. Yeah, so thank you very much. Sorry if I forgot anyone. Well, this is the coordination team who worked very hard to make the Electronic Village Online 2017 possible. Now for the statement of EVO called is, which is part of a group, or an interest group of TESOL. It says that computer-assisted language learning intersection, and which is called is computer-assisted language learning intersection. It maintains the representation within the steering committee of called is since 2001. And Vance, by the way, is one of the founders of the webhead and the Electronic Village Online, and he has been here along the history of this community. And by the way, we let's say, base our work on volunteers, and everyone, all members here are volunteers, moderators, coordinators, and let's say mentors in any way. So, and the sessions are free for everyone, and we have some kind of, we call them sessions because we don't want them to become, let's say, courses with, let's say, formal and standard, let's say, requirements of the course.
Mbarek?
Yes?
Mbarek, I'm sorry to disturb you, but your volume is very low and you're mumbling a little bit. It's barely audible. Can you increase your volume a bit?
Okay, thank you, Elizabeth. Is this Elizabeth who talked to me? Yeah. Well, I'm getting my microphone next to me, and I'm increasing the volume of my mic. Here, the Electronic Village Online is a free professional development project. It welcomes and encourages participation from different affiliates and different communities, different learning communities. It is non-commercial, and it is open to everyone from all over the world who wants to get, let's say, who is interested and wants to improve his professional practice. We, regardless of the affiliations and others, we are open to everyone. This is the essential message, that Electronic Village Online is for everyone, no matter how and no matter what affiliate he belongs to, or a community belongs to, or she belongs to, of course. It is free of charge to participants. This is another quality of Electronic Village Online sessions. They are free. Nobody pays no cent to no one. Okay, so this is an advantage, and this is one way to develop and to give, to share, to collaborate with no profits at all. The only profits we care for is professional development and helping each other and sharing with each other. Of course, the EVO is a non-commercial activity sponsored by non-profit organization under Section 501. This is about TESOL, and of course it is sponsored by TESOL. It doesn't mean that they pay money or they pay any cent to anyone. It's only kind of, I would say, educational sponsorship, or some giving us the umbrella to do our activities the way we do them. Okay, so for the proposals we got this year, they are varied and they tackle different issues in English language teaching, in computer assisted learning, in internet, in different things related to teaching and learning. We have here classroom-based research and professional development, developing the intercultural competence through the use of online resources, design thinking, online assessment, Electronic Village, Minecraft. This is, by the way, one of the oldest and most successful sessions. Experienced learning. There are, of course, others like Flip Learning and MOOC for Teachers and others, and ICT for ELT. There are very successful sessions, but at the same time, there are sessions which we receive for the first time, and we hope to, let's say, make a close follow-up with them, so as to help them, to help their teams in case they need kind of guidance, or let's say any kind of help to make their proposals ready by the call for proposals. So along these 4 weeks, we expect that we work together in order to make the proposals ready, and of course to discuss, to share, to have a clear idea of the objective we want to achieve with our session. So we have here ICT for ELT, integrating English language learning into content area. LL, I don't know what it means, what it stands for, sorry. So we have to check for this. Moodle for Teacher, or Moodle for This, is by Dr. Nelly. Dr. Nelly, who has been given this session for years. It is one of the most successful sessions. Non-native English speakers in TESOL. I think this is by Aidan, who was coordinator of Electronic Village Online. and she came back now as a moderator to give this session with her team. So we have a lot of interest in, let's say, very interesting sessions and proposals which touch and tackle everything related to English language learning. I'm sorry if I cannot, let's say, go through all the proposals, but of course you have them on the wiki, and you can just check and exchange and see what others do in order to get a clear idea of what you should be doing yourself. Well, for the training we have started today by this kickoff session. It is the 4-week hands-on workshop to help moderators and co-moderators. I mean, people or the moderators who help the lead moderator to convert the syllabus they have proposed into interactive online sessions for the electronic reading online. This is what we talked about, of course. So each session will be assigned a mentor. This is not all sessions, of course. By mentorship, we simply mean assigning somebody who has more experience to help and to give guidelines. But not all sessions need mentors. So this year we agreed that only new sessions should be assigned mentors. However, some sessions who have 2 years or come for the second time, they will be, let's say, checked and let's say
we will see if they need. We will discuss with them and see if they need a mentor or not. So if they require a mentor, we will assign a mentor for them. Okay, so now, of course, the training objectives are, of course, we have to here actively identify the features that distinguish the Electronic Village Online from other online courses. And the most important thing is this: we have to get our proposals revised, refined, completed. And of course, we have to be giving consideration to suggestions from the coordination team, especially for sessions which have need moderators. Okay, so I have come to an end. I'm sorry if I've been a bit long. Just I wanted to sum up that this training is for moderators, and I really hope that even experienced moderators participate in this training and let's say participate in the discussions and help new moderators, especially within their teams and with other teams which are not really which don't have enough experience in conducting sessions. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, thank you, Mbarek. Let's see, we're going to switch on a video, so that actually has something to look at. Me, Vance. And I suppose it'll look better in the stream if you could, if anyone is talking, can put on their video. I'll switch it off when I stop talking. But I'm not sure what's next in the program, but maybe I can say that if anybody wants to
Nelly is here
introduce
and
himself or say anything about their session. Is that what we might have in mind now?
To say a word.
Okay, so then if the coordinators would like to chime in, and you can say what you're doing as part of the team. I guess what I'm doing is I'm trying to manage this particular session, and I'm also a moderator of EVO Minecraft MOOC. And but anyway,
Yeah, I'm not shy.
Would like to come on? We heard
If you want me to talk.
Elizabeth and Elena? We usually
I
get
don't
to
know
know
if
that.
my video is working. Looks like it's not. In any case, it is working. Okay, so can you see me? I don't know if it's going through or not.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
We can see you, yes.
And you can see me? Great. Right, so I guess what I'm bringing is my experience. I've been teaching online through Moodle and I guess other platforms for over 10 years, I guess. And I wanted to say, if anyone's interested in a Moodle platform, they want to use Moodle, they could use my Moodle. Just let me know. I'm going to be moderating Moodle for Teachers and teaching EFL to young learners and helping out in some other new, I guess I'll be mentoring, QR codes and online assessments. So I'm really excited about EVO sessions. As I always say, EVO is a special time of the year for me. It gives me a chance to connect and to feel that I'm giving to others, or at least learning together with others for free. And I like the concept of free. I think that the idea behind the session was to encourage others on the value of taking the training, even though you may be an experienced online moderator and teacher. If you could maybe list in the chat box, what are the value of doing this together as a team this year?
By the way, Nina and Jose Antonio are here too. They are welcome to join us.
This is Elizabeth in again. I'm following the chat in Blackboard Collaborate, and the question has been asked, who has already participated in an EVO session? Now, the answers are not super clear, so I would like to ask everyone in the Blackboard Collaborate and in chat room to answer yes if they have not, repeat, not participated in an EVO session before. Nick is new. Anyone else new? I'll switch off my mic.
So say yes if you are new and have never moderated or even participated in an EVO session before.
I guess it's moderated, no? I don't know. Okay, so it seems as if most of the people here. Oh, Jenny is new as well. Okay, so we've got Jenny, Anna, and Nick who are new. And Martha. Oh, you have, yeah, okay, not moderated before. That's great. Because I then have another question to ask, because PBWorks is kind of starting to become slightly clunky, because in the free platform there's no mobile. So could I ask the question if you are using PBWorks for your session, if you know already?
If we're using PBWorks, if we know that we're using it, you mean?
Yes, sorry, I meant because some people haven't decided their platforms yet.
Yes, I've noticed no problem at all with PBWorks. I'm a long-time user, so I think my sons have told me that as new users, they're having trouble getting the free. It's not the same experience for them. Do you know
Yes,
anything about that?
exactly. They used to have free wikis for educators, but they've discontinued that. Those of us that have an educator's account were apparently grandfathered in. I can create a new one, but I think maybe there's a limit. You can only create 3, or you can only create 1, something like that.
Yeah, I think people like me, who even looks like a grandfather, I've got dozens of them, and they're all working fine. I just have to keep editing them. So I just check the list of my wikis, sort them by the date last modified, and just make sure I add something. I usually put a date, updated on this date, and then just keep them ticking over that way. But you have to kind of maintain that, otherwise they'll delete them. But,
yeah, I'm letting them get deleted for the most part, because the wikis that I have now that I'm retired, I don't need most of them anymore.
Okay, so what do we recommend if you're in that situation?
Elizabeth?
Well, I mean, I do love PBWorks, and I think it does give a peer platform if it is correctly created. And Nelly says the wiki spaces are good too. Now, wiki spaces you used to have to pay after a while. So when we started out, we went PBWorks, and personally, I know PBWorks much better than Wikispaces, although now they don't do that anymore. You can set up a Wikispace and you don't have you're not cut off. And I saw one of the sessions last year, or 2 of the sessions last year actually used Google Sites, which was difficult to find. It doesn't, it's sort of hidden in the Google things, but it seems to be quite useful with the possibility of allowing several editors, which is always the advantage of PBWorks. For the moment, I would say yes, stay with PBWorks. But I think we need to look into Wikispaces, and certainly I would recommend Google Sites now, although they have their limitations as well.
I use Google Sites. I use Google Sites too, and I find them very useful. And they are not really difficult. I think even that PBWorks are more difficult than Google Sites, because on the Google Sites page, everything is there. You can just click on a few links, and then you get the page modified.
Yeah, I agree. They have lots of advantages for ease of use, but on the other hand, you can't always embed everything you want to. They don't take iframes, which is quite a pain. And each time I try to put an add-on to be able to add an iframe, I have difficulties with that. So the iframe allows you to embed from anywhere, of course, and that you can do on PBWorks.
So you don't have control over the source code in Google Sites? Because most of them you can use the WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get, or you can use the
I don't think there is a code.
Source code.
No, I don't think there is that. You only see what you drag, for example, a picture, and then you just resize it, and it is there. There is no code to modify things. Okay, this is what I learned. Right?
course, that is the great advantage of PBWorks for people who are not afraid of programming, because you can get the HTML code very easily. I don't think you can for Google Sites, I don't know.
What about those of us who have been using PBWorks, creating a wiki for sessions that would like to use it but can't get a free one, and then making those people administrators? Would that work?
I did that last year for people in, I can't remember which Eastern European country. There were 2 people in an Eastern European country who were not allowed to create PBWorks, and yet they were editing the session PBWorks with no problem. So I made one for them and gave them administrator, and that seemed to work fine. One of them is continuing, but I'm afraid I'm not looking after it, so it might just disappear. I don't know. That remains.
It must have been the Ukrainians. There was a big group of Ukrainians last year.
Certainly everything changes so quickly. It seems now to be more difficult to keep up. Is this just us getting past it? What do other people think about keeping up with changes?
Maybe we could, since we're halfway into the hour, maybe we could get some moderators to ask us things that they might be concerned about, or how, that keep up question, how will they catch up? What do we need to do to help them? Just to let you know that anybody is welcome to speak here.
Hello everybody, Carolina from Colombia here. I'm a coordinator this year, and I'm an assistant coordinator. And Heike has a question. She wants to know how many participants were there in total last EVO sessions 2016.
Yeah, in 2016 there were 561, I think. About the figure. Let me check just a little. So it was more than 8,000 participants. Okay, just a minute.
Well, I see Neve has been able to get in. She was having bandwidth problems from Italy, so welcome. And as we said, if anybody has any questions, I don't think we really had an agenda. It's really hard to know what we're going to do in these sessions. A lot of times we have a lot of people with problems getting in. That's why we set up a stream. So that we could catch those people, but even that is a little bit problematic. You know, Hangouts on air, I suppose you're aware that they don't operate as they did before. So you can't just go to Google Plus and click on a Hangout on air. It sends you to YouTube. And, well, that's fine. It's about the same, except that the Hangouts are still there, but in order to stream it, you need to download an encoder. And we were having a lot of trouble, Jeff and I, with the encoders that we were using. There was an open source coder, open broadcast well, I can't remember what this C stands for, but anyway, it's Open Broadcast, Open OBC, Open Broadcast, yeah. So anyway, that's the encoder we were using, and it's fairly easy to use, but it wasn't letting us set up events and stream them. So Jeff found another encoder just in the wee hours last night, and it's called XDIC or something like that. And I can't remember. Anyway, we'll let you know if it works, but he's streaming through that now. So it's a little bit problematic trying to get your streams working. If you do set up Hangouts, then you're limited to 10 people, and it was kind of necessary to stream them in order to get more people in the way we're doing now. So although Blackboard Collaborate allows many users to come, I don't really know how many, but we've never really stressed it as far as I know. But it's that when they went over to this new collab file, you download the new meeting file. It's not easily found on Windows 10, Windows 8. Several computers are having trouble with it. So until the user gets sorted out so you can easily get into Blackboard Collaborate, then the stream is useful to take people who aren't able to come here directly for whatever reason. So anyhow, this is a challenge we're facing now, is that we would like to set up an event. You would like to set up events. You can set events if you use Google Plus, for example. That's a really nice social site that will set events for you and broadcast them to any circles or communities you tell it to broadcast to. And so that's one thing that you'll need to do, is you'll need to run events like this and organize so that people can meet you at certain times. And that's changing a little bit with the changes in Hangouts on Air, because that was just the perfect way to do it. And it streamed really nicely, and you didn't have to worry about setting it up. But anyway, that's, yes? Mm-hmm.
Yes, sorry that to cut you, but just wanted to add exact statistics of last year. We had 8,561 participants from 72 countries. We had 87 moderators, and we had 14 sessions. Of course, in addition to 12 let's say coordinators. These are the let's say, it was a huge number, of course, last year, and we really hope that we would keep the same record this year.
Okay, Nick Spart has just pointed out that that is called XSplit. So that looks like something that we can learn from Nick about. And he's just pointed out in the chat that you can find the broadcast encoders at YouTube itself, but some of them are not free, and some of them put watermarks on. So it's good to know which ones to choose. But yes, XSplit sounds like a good one. I believe that's what Jeff is using tonight. So it's a little bit challenging. We'll try to work through that in training, and I guess Nick can help us here. And Nick, if you want to say a few words about your background in streaming, you're quite welcome. What session are you in? What session are you moderating? You have no mic. That's okay. XSplit free is watermarked.
I can speak for Nick because he's part of our EVO session village in Second Life. Nick Swart has a company called 3D Less, and he specializes in OpenSim installations. As maybe some of you know, OpenSim installations are a copy of Second Life, just set up on private servers and usually have access restrictions to a certain number of people. They're free of charge, and Nick is a programmer and coder, and we are thrilled that he's part of the EVO Village team this year. As last year he already provided some fantastic games, well-programmed games. I mean, programming that we teachers only dream of. So he's the absolute tech person when it comes to 3D worlds, virtual worlds.
So we're very glad to meet you, Nick, and I'm glad you're part of the EVO moderator team as well, and we can possibly get you to help us a little bit with some of our streaming issues. And that was Heike Phelps, who was just talking to us from Germany. Go ahead, the next person.
I can also just say a quick hello to everybody. Being very thrilled. Again, I'm very grateful to EVO for being what it is, which is a fantastic event each year for a number of us to be able to try out. Hi everyone. A number of us to try out our new developments and to try out our the things we would like to present to participants. Now, the one thing that interests me, if I may ask this question, as so many of us who've been around for a while, is the EVO Moderator Training, has it somewhat changed, or is it the same this year as it was last year? And the reason I'm asking is because I think we should now sort of add a component that says, how do you cope as a MOOC with large numbers? I mean, look at the CLIL session. I mean, they've had a handful. You know, we've certainly moved as EVO from small workshops to MOOCs, yeah? And so I think this should have a special attention by the coordination team to do to add in the session. The other thing I've always wanted to ask, and I've been asking for a number of years, is will there be a joint calendar at some time or the other, because we would love to also share our synchronous sessions that take place across the border for even maybe some of the moderators interested in joining synchronously. So an EVO calendar. And thank you for sharing the numbers.
Do we have anyone who's good at Google Calendars? It seems that if we kept Google Calendars, we could then merge them into an EVO calendar. Apart from that, it's that you're really sort of having to add, like you could write on the Learning2gether calendar, for example. You're welcome to do that, but then that's kind of push. You have to push that. Whereas if you just kept your own calendar and could merge it, that would be the solution that comes off the top of my head anyway.
I think it would be a little challenging to get all the sessions to use a Google Calendar. That's just my first impression. I do know that Mbarek brought this up in the coordinator space. I think it was this week, that he would like to have an all EVO calendar. I think it's a fabulous idea.
Yeah, well, we tried it last year, if you remember, and we still have it last year on the wiki, training wiki at the front page. No, the EVO Online, the wiki for coordinators. Our intention last year was that we would use Google Calendar and, of course, use it as a task manager at the same time and reminder, which sends notifications and reminders. It's challenging, frankly, because when you find only a member or two who don't really know how to use the calendar, it becomes really not an effective tool to use. However, its potentials are great, and I personally would love to use it with all the management of the coordination and the moderation teams.
Maybe we could assign somebody on the coordination team to be in charge of the calendar, and anybody that wasn't able to do their own calendar or for whatever reason didn't want to, could just send announcements to that one coordinator who could add events to the calendar.
Okay, for me, I'd like to help anyone who would like to add his calendar to his session. Okay, it's not It's not really difficult. Only a few steps. You will get a calendar and you add events and tasks and so on. You give the dates and you save it. You can, when you display, for example, you choose the way to display if you want all one calendar or two or more, all calendars at the same time. These options are clear in Google Calendar.
Yeah, I think we could learn how to use the Google Calendar. That would be very useful for us all to know. And I've seen, well, and just heard just now the suggestion that someone gets sent notices and that person maintains the calendar. That's not, I think the best thing to do, ideally, you would have that aggregating tool like the Google Calendar, that people could keep their own calendars, and then they have to enter the data. Even something like the calendar, which I forgot to enter this session into, but the one that we have to use, if you're going to use the Blackboard Collaborate room, you have to reserve it. That's very important. And sometimes when people write there and they want me to change things, that's fine. I really don't mind doing it because there's no way they can do it. But these little things, if they come up often enough, they can become a real chore for someone. If someone has to track events, and sometimes people change their events, and that has to be tracked. And if one person is doing that, it's not really viable for that one person if that person is busy doing other things.
Yep, I agree.
Now, I shouldn't forget to remind all moderators that they have to take a survey, especially the one before training and the other after training. These, let's say, give us some. They are very useful for us in matters of statistics and getting feedback and recommendations for what we should do in the next training sessions.
I wanted to hearken back to Heike's first question, which was, is the moderator training the same every year? Is it the same as it was last year? And it's basically the same, but we do add things, like adding a calendar is a great idea. A couple of years ago, we added consideration of certificates of participation and badges. And the question comes up about experienced moderators and do they really need to participate in the training. The training consists of two broad parts. One is learning about EVO and how it works and how it doesn't work. And for those people who have not taught online or done online education before, giving them some basic ideas about how to do that and how not to do that. But the other part is to get your session ready to go. The sessions need to be ready to go by December the 1st, or they won't be included. That's why we tell you that you've been provisionally accepted. Your proposal has been provisionally accepted because it has to be really ready to go by December the 1st. So we expect everybody to participate in that second part. We expect new people to participate actively in the first part, and we welcome experienced moderators' participation because they're sharing their experience is a really vital part of the training for the new people. I don't know if I expressed that very clearly, but yes, if you are an experienced moderator, we want you back. You do need to get your session ready in time, and we would appreciate you sharing your expertise. No, we don't expect you to reread every article that we recommend, but we hope that you will hang out a little bit, follow the conversation, and join in and share what has worked and not worked for you.
Yeah, on this question of, well, a couple of questions. One, the way EVO functions as a MOOC, and often has sessions that are like a MOOC, and also the fact as to whether or not we change it. I'm going to put in the text chat a link to the Google Plus community that we've just started, and we'd like for you to join it, because that's how we can function as a MOOC, and that's how we can change things. We can take the conversation to a place that we can each control. So you can post in the Google Plus community. If you've used one, you probably have seen its affordances, and if you haven't, this is a good place to learn. But the Google Plus communities are, if you join them, then you can bring up things like, for example, how do you deal with so many people in your session? That kind of thing can actually become its own conversation. People can post to each other and help each other, because the coordinators can't really do it all. But we can take what we hear here, and we can try to drive things in that direction. But we're not the real drivers. You should be the drivers, all the moderators. In fact, when you run your session, the participants are the drivers. Dave Cormier calls that the community as curriculum. But that's one extreme. But in any event, that's what we're, to experience that kind of thing. You should get involved in our Google Plus community, because it's a very good way to see how you can drive what goes on here and not make it the same as last year. So.
I would love to hear from some of the moderators here, and maybe some of the coordinators that are here could just jump in and introduce themselves. My name is Nina Liakos. I'm in Maryland in the United States, near Washington, D.C. I've been involved with the EVO in some capacity since 2006, so a decade. And it's my pleasure to be here with you today.
Well, for me, I started with the tips and tricks, which was a session in 2008. Then I moved to another session called Becoming a Webhead. And then after that, I became a moderator in Becoming a Webhead. Then the team moved to, we created ICT4L with GA, Maria, Ayat, Svetlana, Mariana, and lots of other, let's say, moderators. Then I was invited to join the coordination team 2 years ago. I really encourage everyone to work hard and to be sharing and collaborative and to help each other. This is a great learning community for everyone. Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me? This is José Antonio, JA. Okay, I'm speaking from Brazil. Okay, like Nina, also I got involved in EVO in 2006. It's a great learning community. I always kept like coming back for more. So in 2008, I became a moderator, like co-moderator, like Mbarek from in the Becoming a Webhead, you know. And then we, like he said, we have ICT for EVO. I want to add some of the things. I agree with Dancy and Nina has said, you know, we do run into problems, but you always have this great network of support, which is the web heads community, the people, the coordinators, the moderators. And so if like dealing with large crowds, many times you can ask us what to do, what strategy to adopt. You know, I've been learning a lot throughout these years, and there's always someone that can help you, like we did with the Google Calendar just some minutes ago. Okay, we will learn, we'll find a way to set that up, you know. So it's like, I think the power of many, you know. I believe in connectivism. Nobody knows everything, everybody knows something, and we get together and we make it happen, you know. So that's what I believe, you know. But it's a great pleasure to be here, and looking forward for these sessions that are coming. Like Nina said, it's really important that you get your sessions ready, you know, start working on them and get them ready for December, and then everything will be fine, okay? And the problems we have, okay, like they say, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. We can always anticipate some things, but things happen. There's always a community to support us, you know. That's the good thing about EVO. Thanks a lot.
Hello, everyone. Carolina Rodriguez from Bogota, Colombia. Pretty new at EVO. I started in 2014. I was invited to participate in the coordination team this year. Last year, I was a moderator for Flipped Learning. This year, I'm also a moderator for Flipped Learning. And just as Jose Antonio and Nina and everyone here, I have said it and I will repeat it and I will never get tired of saying it. EVO has changed my professional development and my life. It's a great space of educators who love technology, love teaching, love learning. And this is something that I had never found anywhere else. So I will never leave EVO. I'll stay as long as they let me stay. And this is a great opportunity for learning. The moderators training is great. Last year I learned a lot of techniques with a lot of people who have been working with technology for quite some time. So even though I think I am pretty good at using technology, I still learned a lot of things. And so this is a great learning opportunity. It's an amazing community of practice. And I think we are up to something really great, starting right now and finishing when we finish, you know, the EVO sessions in February. So welcome to all moderators. Get ready, you know, to get your life changed forever. So welcome everyone, and I'm really, really happy to be here.
Hi everyone, I'm Marta. I incorporated into EVO as a participant in the Flip Learning EVO session this year, and I will be moderating, co-moderating this year. I'm very excited. I agree with Carolina. I think these sessions are wonderful. The fact that they're free, the fact that everyone is so willing to share what they know and learn from each other is wonderful. It's also changed my life as a consultant, as a teacher trainer, and as a teacher. So I'm very, very excited.
Hi everybody, this is Jenny from Karlsruhe, Germany. Can you hear me? I just wanted to say Olya kindly asked if I would help with the teaching listening, and this will be the first time I'm a moderator. I've participated in half 3 years in a row. The first year in week 2 I had a bike accident. The second year in week 2 I had an emergency dental operation, and then just before the first week last year I ended up on crutches. So we've got our fingers crossed that I will actually be able to do the whole thing next year as a moderator. So let's, I hope I'm not going to be jinxed as a moderator. And I'm really looking forward to working with you all. A little nervous about it, see what happens next time, but no accident yet. That's what I'm hoping for. No accidents this time. So I'll be especially careful riding in the snow. Bye.
That's funny. Who's next? Just jump in, press the talk button.
Hello, I'm Amol from India, and I'm an absolute beginner to this area. I'll be doing my very first session as a moderator, and I do look forward to learning and doing how to use the EVO for our session. I can see my co-moderator Richard Smith in this group, and with his experience, I hope we will have a good session. Thank you.
Amol, which session are you moderating?
This is a session on teacher research in difficult circumstances.
Great.
Which is professional development.
Great, thank you. Welcome.
Hi everyone, this is Richard. With Amol, we're doing this, and 8 others. We're doing the EVO on teacher research. With Asla and Kenan having led it last year, they invited us to come in with some new ideas about I suppose, difficult circumstances like large classes, developing countries. So we're very excited about it. As Amol said, we're quite new to this, but we're looking forward to learning a lot. Thanks. Good to meet you all.
Richard, this is Elizabeth. Could I ask you what platforms you used last year? Or what
Okay, well, actually, Asla and Kenan were in the lead, and I wasn't actually really taking part. I was kind of watching from the sidelines. So I think it's Google Plus or a wiki as well. But as I said, I'm really new to it, so we're going to try and work it out.
Google Sites, maybe? Somebody may have used Google Sites last year.
Yeah, I don't know. I know they had some live things with Google Hangouts. That's all I know.
Okay, and Richard has been in touch with me about updating the countries list on the front page of the wiki. So when I updated it for him, I noticed that the United Arab Emirates wasn't mentioned either, so I added that. Plus I found a few of my moderators' countries weren't there, so I added those. So it was a good exercise. So if your country is missing from the front page, let somebody know, and coordinate. Is the stream still working? Jeff is in Korea, where it's probably, let's see, it's must be about, must be coming on to midnight, or maybe 11 o'clock there, maybe not so late. But anyway, yes, midnight, okay. All right, so I'm just checking with Jeff. I put you a message in chat wing, but let us know if you have any time constraints. And he's put it in the text chat that, and you can talk to us, Jeff. Why don't you come on and tell us what you're typing with the text chat there? Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Nick has just noticed that the encoder you recommended, he recommended it himself, so I'm definitely going to look into that. And just, I'm burning with curiosity. That solved the problem. It was the encoder that would not let us set the event and then get the stream going. Is that correct? Yeah, well, I'm glad that you had some time. Two heads are better than one. I pointed out the problem to Jeff, having been dealing with it for about 2 weeks, trying to get the events to work. And anyway, so Jeff found the solution overnight. So thanks a lot, Jeff. We'll smash ahead from here. Yep, now we'll teach it to everybody else. Yeah, thanks a lot, Jeff. Really appreciate it. Okay, and I suppose we could be considering ourselves winding down. It's always nice to get voices. I would not stop the recording if someone speaks. So if you click on the talk button and you want to say anything, just to get your voice on the recording, I will be here until that stops. But what I normally do is I kind of let things wind down and then stop the recording. And in order to close the session, we actually have to have everybody out of the room. So, and I believe, yes, it's Mircea, my co-moderator. Mircea is here. Mircea, you should say something about Minecraft. I hope that you'll do that. It's so nice of one of my co-moderators to be here. Anyhow, okay, so